Peace, prosperity, love, and light. Welcome back. Deep Speak with Brother Sadiq. I want to say a couple of things because, shit ain't always beautiful. Shit ain't always hunky-dory. Shit ain't always sweet. Sometimes shit get real heavy. You know what I mean? The world is fucked up. So I'm not going to front like every day a motherfucker around here in this rose petals and dandelions and good sweet times. Shit get rough sometime, right? And so what do people do when shit get rough? How do I handle? I'm gonna talk about how I handle it because I'm sure I ain't the only one. Like, like I said, you can look at the big S rate in the nation and is being led by black men right now. The stress levels is like enormous. So I'm going to say a few things about how I deal with that type of energy when it's there, because sometimes you just can't shake it. It's like some shit to sit on you. So when you do, what do you do? So I have a couple of things I want to say about that. So how do I deal with it? Like in the immediate energy, right? Like, so, it's stresses. So in the immediate energy, like how do I deal with it? I go to my history, right? Things that I've experienced, experiences that I've had that were what you might call auspicious, or like spiritual experiences that I've had, or things that I've seen that are outside of this normal bullshit matrix in the realm that we are structured in when we're born into this shit. So I remember those experiences, right? Like like the experience of seeing UFO, the experience of seeing myself or experiencing my whole being in a different form than what I physically look like today. Knowing I was alive before this lifetime because I saw my whole physical being as the person that I was before this lifetime. So having those experiences, when chaos in this matrix come up, and it just be like, motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? You want to do the, you want to go. That's what I do. I try to connect back to those things, those spiritual experiences, those visions that I've had, those things that I know are part of me that are bigger than the chaos of the moment of the matrix. You know what I mean? So I hope that's helpful to somebody because that's what I do. That's what I have to do sometimes because, like you said, it's all about balancing the energies. It ain't always sweet and you ain't always floating on the cloud. So when it comes to balancing the energies, when you in them chaotic moments of interlocked energies where you button heads with somebody you love and shit ain't going how you want it to go, that's what I do. I think back to those things because I always realize it's a bigger picture than the shit that you're going through, right? So those things help me remember that. Okay. Yeah. And then you don't take shit so seriously and yourself so seriously. So it helps lighten up that way. But then when you talk about the long term big picture goals or vision for how you deal with the chaos of this matrix, right? So I myself have the intention and the purpose and the vision of recognizing that the world's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad way, and our people have been so miseducated, and we've been so miseducated, and it's been so damaging. Okay, the miseducation is one thing, but the damage done from the miseducation is what we're suffering through and dealing with. So it's like in the times that we are currently living in, it's like all of this new information and wisdom comes to the table, and it's like it's information about what's been done to us and the psychological effects that it's had on us. And we can see when you begin to study psychology and sociology exactly how it all plays out and the effects that it's had on our people and where we are and how we got here. So when you get that knowledge, okay, that's great knowledge to have, and you're informed, and then you have your spiritual knowledge, and you gaining knowledge is beautiful, it's wonderful, but it is also responsibility. Okay, it makes you responsible, and when you feel the weight sometimes of all of the things that are wrong in the world, And if you are just to start at home, you can't fix the world. But if you're going to do anything, if you're here, you have to be here. So if I'm here, I could say, "Oh my God, this world is terrible," and just hide my head in the sand. But I can't do that because it doesn't work for me personally. You know what I mean? I'm saying I'm sure somebody could probably do that, but it does not work for me personally because my spirit won't allow it. It's like, okay, I'm here and I see so much shit wrong. And either I say, oh, I can just keep complaining about it, or I can start trying to figure out systems to change it, right? And so that's what is the other aspect of how you fight this chaotic shit we going through, right? That's another step in the process. So you have to I have a bigger plan as well, how to deal with the overall destructive nature of this social construct. Okay, so how would you go about changing something as big as all of the plights that have been laid against our people? Okay, so the only way, in my opinion, that you have a chance of overcoming the social setup, the social construct, and the social engineering that is geared towards your elimination directly, especially the black man. As I told you the other day, they had in the New York Post. In fact, I'm sorry, I need to correct myself because I think on my video I said the Washington Post, but it was the New York Post, I do believe. And the article said black women need to marry white men. In my opinion, that is a social cue for society to recognize that the value of the black man has been lessened even more. And so his killings on the news and things may just go up because his value has even been lessened more. He can go here. His women are, given the cultural, social, go ahead to detach from black men, no matter the struggle, no matter how they got in this situation, because to be fully conscious, even as a black woman, you must understand that you are also in this situation. And in our society, there is the swinging pendulum. You have at one end, you have black men saying F black women, disrespecting them, calling them names, including their mama, including their daughter, all black women, woo, woo, woo. And on the other end, you have black women saying F black men and all black men, the little boys, and let the kids, their daddies raise them, and all of the whole just detaching from our own culture. Okay, this is happening in the black culture. Okay. It's called the divestment movement. Okay. And that is because no one seems to believe that solutions are even possible to save our people anymore. So, like I said, I feel like that was a blow and a dog whistle to society to recognize it's okay to slowly remove black men from society, however, by whatever means. And so, with that being said, that is a blow to the black family and our existence here in this society if we allow this to be the next step in the progression of things that have constantly been, destroying our family and ourselves. So it's a matter of what we gonna do, what we gonna choose, and how we gonna choose to act. So, like I said, what is the solution to the overall arcing social engineering programs that have been placed upon our people since the beginning of this motherfucking society? Like I said, I'm sure you've heard me talk about it, my brother's Library Incorporated. So what is that? I'm going to give you just some simple outline things that are as basic as common sense. If you are born on this planet, you should begin to learn what your body is initially in the elementary stages of life, if not at home with your family. Okay, what your body is. Your spirit is born into this body, okay? And so you should begin learning that in elementary because it's universal and it's something that we can teach in kindergarten. And by, the third or the fourth grade, they can know their entire body, the systems in their body, how they interact. And you can begin to teach the environment, meaning the environment we were born into on this planet, the earth, okay? We can teach that the earth itself is magnetic, okay? Because you have the sky and the earth itself, and they both emit different, the negative and the positive. And so if you stand on the earth with your feet bare, you begin to be energized, and it heals different aspects of the body. Okay, so we are interactive with this earth. We are interactive with the food on the planet. Okay, and so the plants that the creator put here, their medicine, their food, their nutrients, and all of these things are beneficial to us at different times throughout the seasons of the year. This can be part of our elementary education. But what is more advancing than that? Okay, the light bulb, when it was discovered, when Edison stole the information and created the first patent and all of the things necessary to create a light bulb, within the next 2 years of the creation of the light bulb, they should have had teaching the light bulb part of elementary education. Okay, elementary education. And so all of the children back in, whatever 1800s or so, whatever, time that the light bulb was created, all of the children would have learned how to create a light bulb. And right now, everyone on the planet in America, probably the planet at this point, or at least in the country, would know how to make a light bulb. And so the Tesla engine, if we began teaching children how to create the Tesla engine and how it works, and to be able to teach them interactively, hands-on, how this all works, and put it into the educational system, then we advance our species that way. So instead of every new invention being secret, put it in the educational system so that the entire species becomes educated on an entirely higher level. Okay, if we all knew how the water system worked, that would be part of elementary education. We don't know how that works. We don't know how electricity works. If that was part of the elementary education, the entire species would know this, and it would be something we're building upon. Okay? And if, as I say, we teach our bodies and the plants and the nutrients of the environment, all of the children will be able to heal each other because they know the balance between them. Okay? And so that is my plan and plight and effort for the future, because we have to change it, because I can't put my head in the sand. So, as I said, you have to have a plan. I have a structured plan. It's called My Brother's Library Incorporated, and I have major intentions with that. So I would hope all of us are looking for our purpose and our plan in this step, because like you said, like I say, like the Bible says, be ready for kingdom when, be ready to be a king when kingdom comes. Okay. So it's time to shake the matrix, and I know they saying, white men should have black women, but I still say black love equals black power. So I'm going to get off of here, and that's my video for the day. That's my thoughts for the day. But this is what I'm starting to call the war report. All right. Peace and blessings. One love.